And the starting lineups have concluded. So just sit. And thanks for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. Hope you're enjoying your Friday afternoon. And on tap tonight, it's the Dallas Mavericks going up against the Miami Heat. I'm Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony, Hall of Famer Doris Burke, and another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge, from the sidelines. So here's Miami's starting group. Tyler Hero out there with Rozier. Then there's Kyle Anderson. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Jaquez in at the small forward position. And for the Mavericks, Green is out there with Washington. Then there's Davis. Then there's Irving. And it's Dinwiddie in at the point guard. Doris, what is it in particular about these teams that might make this an interesting game?
Well, I think you have to look at, Kevin, both of these teams understand how to execute in the half court. And by that, I mean, number one, they set really solid screens. They're willing to get to their second and third options, and they have creative playmaking. This should be great.
Now, here's Dinwiddie. Green finds Davis. Some nice passing here by Dallas. 5 on the clock. Washington passes to Davis. Rozier against Dinwiddie. To the wing on the left. Rozier looking around. Here he goes. Yes, that goes in.
Yeah, Rozier not a guy to get rattled under aggressive pressure. That's a nice finish.
And it's Irving with the ball for Dallas. Shoots the three. Wow! Unbelievable!
Can't do it much better than that right before the clock expires.
What a way to seize momentum. Can it carry over into the next quarter? Beautifully done.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Mavericks lead by 1. And we'll get going after this from the American. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And guys, what's your take so far on the Mavs?
I really thought that everything seemed to fall into place for them in that first quarter.
Boy, from the opening tip, they look focused and ready to play. You know, that's really paid off for them to get this early lead.
And it's Miami's ball. On the court for the Heat, we've got Alec Burks. He's out there with Tyler Hero. Andrew Wiggins is out there with Bam Adebayo. And it's Jovic in at the 4 slot. And part of the show tonight, Doris, Kyrie Irving's phenomenal handle.
Hey, Kevin, if you ask any NBA player who their favorite to watch is, many will come up with the name Kyrie Irving. It's the ability to have that elite handle, the footwork, the creativity, the ability to shoot a jumper, the pull-up, the lay-in. This guy is absolutely amazing.
Shooting 2.
That free throw good from Kyrie Irving. Doris, when we look at the Dallas Mavericks, it looks like a team that has shown they want to win now.
Kevin, I think their ownership has never been afraid to pull the trigger on a big trade. The Mavs are not about just making it to the playoffs. This is an organization that seeks the ultimate prize, and that is to win an NBA championship.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
Well, this guy has multiple ways to get to the free throw line, and boy, has his stroke been on the money.
Hero passes to Adebayo. Dishes to Wiggins. Great D that time from Martin.
Got to credit the defense. They found a way to stop him, and that's never an easy task.
To the paint. Here's Lively. And it's Miami with the rebound. Burks on the wing. He's covered by Thompson. Now, Hero puts up a 3. Sinks the three-pointer. Hero's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
And a legitimate threat to connect from deep. Hero doesn't lack confidence trying his luck from there.
So a tie game here as we finish the first half. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, PJ. Hot start offensively. How do you continue that in the second half?
I think we did a great job of attacking the rim and kicking out to our teammates and making open shots. So we got back away from that in the second quarter, but we got to do a better job of that coming out of halftime.
Stick with what works, right? Thanks for your time, man. Back to you.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. You're watching the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. They ended the period holding on to a slim one-point lead. They couldn't hold on to the slim lead they had at the start of the second quarter and headed into the locker room with the game all knotted up. And from what we saw so far from the Mavericks, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
This is what...
That's all for now. Say good.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Kyrie Irving really making a difference here.
And even with the defense shading towards him on every trip down, he still finds a way to come up big.
Well, he knows they're coming for him, but he's accustomed to that kind of attention, and he's quite comfortable dealing with it.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Davis is out there with Washington. And it's Green, then there's Irving. And it's Dinwiddie in at the point guard position. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Jason Kidd. Pass to Hawkins. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Drops in the tray. Rozier's got the lead up to 3 now for the Heat.
Well, early in his career, you played Terry Rozier as a driver. Now you've got to deal with that three-point shooting ability.
Green, the pass to Davis. Washington against Anderson. And it's Davis finishing it off.
And I tell you, the brow, he might be the best player in our league. With that reach, you just throw it up around the rim, and he's bringing it home.
Shot's good by Hero.
And that's a great piece of work to get to the hoop there. Just tore the D to shreds.
And here's Irving. Elbow shot. And the Mavericks getting another bucket right there.
You are not going to find too many better in the mid-range.
And we've still got a close one. Heat out front. They're up by 1. And we're just moments away from the start of the fourth quarter. Stay with us. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Well, we have some elite passing big men in the NBA, and you love that skill. Wow.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. On the floor for Miami starting the fourth. Terry Rozier is out there with Alec Burks. Then it's Bam Adebayo. Then it's Duncan Robinson. And it's Wiggins in at power forward. Dallas calls timeout. They trail by 1. There's 53 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And the short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Jason Kidd went over with his team. He told them to pick up the pace. He said, we're going to win. We have to seize this moment and act fast. He said, go all out or go home.
All right, thank you, David. Cans the three.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
I'll tell you, it takes confidence to pull the trigger in that situation. You love guys who relish the moment.
Now a timeout called by Miami. They're behind by 2. There's 42 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And Miami making a change here. Jovic is checked in.
In for the Heat, Jovic.
And Miami has possession. Pass to Burks. There's the 3. And Davis pulls it down.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
It drops.
Yeah, the added muscle Davis has put on, helping him on these tough finishes, flexing on him there.
And the Heat call time here. They're trailing by 4. 24 seconds left in the fourth. And now, let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Kyrie Irving.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. And that has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything. Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let him dribble the game out.
20 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And now we've got the intentional foul.
First personal foul. Second team.
First free throw is good, and that puts them up by 5. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Well, it's about the little details. Capitalize at the free throw line, add to your lead.
Will it go? Got it!
And from the moment he stepped into this league, Tyler Hero has wanted these big shots, a prime-time player.
And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here. He hits the first one, and that puts them up by 5. Second one is good, hitting both at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
That's what you call slamming the door. This one is over.
Can't drop the tough three-pointer. It's stolen by Adebayo. And so it's Dallas winning this one. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get